Hey guys, Tikash here. Welcome back to my channel where it's all horror all the time. And also welcome back to my pathological inability to adhere to pre-established schedules. Now, you may have heard the rumor that I called the previous video episode 6, whereas truthfully, this is actually the 6th Sinking City video. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't believe what you hear off the cuff. Normally I would do a little recap here, but there's not been a whole lot going on. I just pretty much went to the fish market, and the only guy I talked to was trying to deter us from the main case, which should come in handy somewhere down the line. But right now, the plan is for me to get a bit more comfortable with the game mechanics as the main case progresses, and then we'll see what we can branch off into, is the idea for now.
Fish? Fresh fish?
That's a funky little icon going on in the background.
Fish? Fresh fish?
Actually, no, it's not, because I can make that out whether I'm in like normal people view or supernatural view. So
Fish? Fresh fish?
let's go ahead and talk to this lady,
Fish?
who
Fresh
seems
fish?
a bit obsessed.
Take as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny. Don't be shy. We have enough for everyone.
I've heard that I can find an organization hereabouts that goes by the name of the EOD. Am I in the right place?
You sure are. I happen to be a representative of the EOD. Pleased to meet you. My name's Anna. Can I help you with something?
Charles Reed. Just a few questions, if I may.
Of course. Ask away, Charlie.
That's a bit presumptuous.
What is the EOD? I mean, what do you do as an organization?
Well, we are a non-profit charitable organization. Actually, it's better to say that we're a gathering of volunteers. We're not an official charity yet. As for what we do, we try to help ease the suffering in our city as much as we can.
Oh, how do you do that?
We provide fish for the hungry and fix the homes of the poor. We also patrol the streets at night to keep the wild beasts and bandits at bay. And many, many more things. Whatever needs doing. Anything to help the people, Charlie.
So that's only slightly sketchy.
What does EOD stand for?
Everyone's obvious duty. When we began, it also had is to help each other, but we dropped that part. It was a little bit wordy.
It's been great chatting with you, but I'm actually here to speak with the EOD leadership. You know where I can find them?
Not so fast, Charlie. Nobody meets the top brass without being a member. You need to earn a rank in the EOD first.
Oh, you're kidding me. What for?
You need to prove yourself. Show us through your actions that you're worth our time. No offense, Charlie.
Yeah, that's not cult-like or anything.
How can I join?
That all depends on what skills you can offer us. What do you do best?
Well, I'm afraid my resume's in my other jacket. Let me see. I was in the Navy during the war, and ever since it ended, I've been a private eye.
The sea provides. Turns out we have a job that's a perfect fit for you.
Can't wait.
Okay. Tell me more about this job.
Well, last night someone tried to break into our fish storage room. Luckily, the guards scared him off, but I fear they'll be back to finish the job. That's why we've been busy today giving away all the fish to the people. We'd rather it get into the hands of the needy than to some thief.
And you want me to find whoever this thief is, right?
You're smart, Charlie. I like it. Exactly.
Fine. Count me in.
Good. Thank you. Here's the address. Tell the guard the password, I serve the sea, and he'll let you into the storeroom.
See you later.
Now, see, this wouldn't be near anywhere as shady as it is if I actually trusted anything that came out of the sea in this universe. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Mind Palace. Without the fish provided by the EOD, the city is at risk of famine. Right on. So where's our map marker then? Oh, nope. Wait, I forgot. Back to the casebook. And deduct things from there. So I'm already seeing a few addresses here. What's this other bit then? Oh yeah, that's a clue we picked up earlier. So, fish storage located in the shells on Hawking Lane between Warren Road and Liberty Road. So that's Shells, Warren, Liberty. There's Liberty Road. I'm not seeing any of the others so far. There's Warren. You know what, as usual, let's just put a temporary compass marker down there. And yeah, there should be a fast travel option nearby. Oh, this place again. This looks familiar. Uncomfortably so. Yeah, let's go ahead and refine that a bit. So it's on Hawkin Lane between Warren and Liberty. Hawking, there we go. That should be a bit more helpful. I want to say it's down here and then a right, but I've been wrong before. Yeah, this is pretty much like the least welcoming place so far. An infested area even. Do you want to go through here? No sir, I do not. Let's try and find a way around this, shall we? Wait, hang on. I know this isn't what we're looking for per se, but I'm kind of curious about this particular marking right here. Except, nope. That will leave us to an infested area. I've had quite enough of those for the time being. So let's get back and focus on the job at hand. And this also seems to point in the direction of a infested area. Let's see if this bloke's got anything helpful to say on the matter.
You got business here.
I serve the sea. Anna sent me here to investigate the recent break-in.
See be praised. Finally. I'm Daryl Grimes. How can I help you?
Can you tell me what happened? Don't skimp on the details.
Not much to tell, sadly. It was a man, that much I know. He snuck in while I was upstairs, tried to steal the fishies, but I heard him. Nearly got him with a harpoon by Kay, but I missed in the dark. He got away, that Dane, but I wonder, why steal what you can get for free?
Yeah, that's a bit of a puzzler. What did this burglar look like?
Same height as you. Not too big, not too small. Nothing to write home about. An average Joe. If not for his, bald head. That guy was as bald as an egg. I could see the moonlight reflecting off the top of his head.
Okay, so he's bald. We got the point.
And what did he steal?
Nothing. I scared him off before he could.
Where did he go after that?
Don't know, pal. He was way faster than me.
What's the deal with the password and such?
Orders from the higher-ups. I don't get to ask why.
All right. Well, that's enough for now, Mr. Grimes. I've got to go to work.
Here, take the key. May the sea bless you.
So we received an old and slimy key from the EOD fish storage, and in addition to that, as a clue, the guard's testimony, Daryl Grimes, the guard from the EOD fish storage, told me he scared away the burglar before he could steal anything. He also told me that the burglar has distinctive, shouldn't it be a distinctive bald head? Game? I'm sorry, I'm a stickler for these things, I guess. So what does this mean? Not only is there a mark at the door, but also a mark right beside it. That in itself has me curious enough.
Wow. It pierced a good inch of solid wood like it was nothing. The hall's fresh, still smells of the sea. No signs of decomposition at all.
Well, I mean, we are pretty close by, so that's really nothing to write home about. What else have we got here? free for days, kid. Don't even have to craft it together or anything. That's good. Letter from the orphanage. Dear Mr. Grimes, we can't thank you enough for what you do for the children. In these dark times, your toys go down like a tall glass of water. We all pray for your good health every day. We also kindly remind you that we still await your visit. All our staff, and of course the children, are eager to finally meet our benefactor in person. So, please don't hesitate and come as soon as you're able. With eternal gratitude, Administration of Oakman Street, Jerome's Orphanage. Speaking of a tall glass of water, do excuse me for a second while take care of hydration duties in the broadest sense of the word.
This guy
Meanwhile,
must really be into his hobby to have such impressive tools.
wait, exactly what kind of impressive tools are we
This guy must
talking about
really be into
here?
his hobby to have such impressive tools.
Yeah, so that's probably wood cutting, I'm guessing. Nothing too conspicuous right here, even though it's got the whole nautical theme going on. But I might be just a bit presumptuous. I was gonna say let's try and head on down to the cellar, but I'm hearing a whole lot of funky noises right here that I do not like the sound of. Can it, between the fog and the character animation, I'm getting a little bit of Silent Hill vibes here. I don't know if that's like a conscious nod or anything, but still. Where are we, ammo-wise? Do we really want to go down here? Do we? Let's go ahead and try and craft a bit more ammunition just to be on the safe side. Nah, we should be relatively good for now. Ish. Anyway. What's this then? Can't carry any more. Of what? Looks like a magic book of some kind? I don't know. But Either way, we're fully stocked up on ammunition as it is. Which I guess is our main priority. Okay, so that wasn't comforting in the least. We got the weird little ripples in our vision going on here, which is pretty much a cue to activate the mind's eye, or detective status, if you will. I want to say there's so much of a prominent marking going on around here that wall's just gonna have to come down at some time, but so far not really. So then, what are we supposed to get all anxious about?
The hall's fresh, still smells of the sea. No signs of decomposition at all.
Maybe go ahead and double check what's going on upstairs. Nah, that ain't it. Casebook, where are we at? An old and slimy key from the EOD fish storage. Yeah, which is where we're at right now, I want to say. Anna, a representative of EOD from the fish market, asked me to investigate a robbery of the fish storage in which they store their fish. It is located in the shells. Which is where we are right now. So if I'm interpreting this game correctly, clues that have like the little icon symbol thingy going on, that means there's like a location to be inspected further. And given that that's where we are, I don't think we're quite done here yet.
Nice work. When I was a kid, I would have gone nuts for this. Well, if it was finished, that is.
Nah, it's the basement, isn't it? It's gotta be the basement. Right where I do not want to be. Got this crazy ass tarp right here. Then there's this thing. It looks a whole lot like ammunition. I guess that explains why we can't carry it anymore. Let's have a look at the skill tree. So we got 2 knowledge points to spend already. Right now I'm sorely tempted to put them into a ammunition carrying capacity. Keep an extra bullet loaded. No, I just wanna carry around more. Period. Really. And it looks a lot like that would be just a tad too much to ask for right now, unless okay, so I'm kind of torn here, because apparently there's no skill that lets me carry around. No, wait, hang on, I misread. Carry 6 more revolver rounds. Yes, please. Oh, I actually picked up that perk some time ago. Then there's shotgun rounds and what have you, and all sorts of other types of ammunition that I have not even found the gun for. So meanwhile, what else is on offer? There's grenades and fire bombs and traps. That all seems a bit advanced. So on one hand, I want to say invest into a bit more survivability. But then there's also the ability to carry up to 25 pieces of any crafting material and also earn more experience and stay sane for slightly longer. You know what? I want to go ahead and say that makes the most sense for now in the short term. Because the more experience we earn now, the more I can spend on the aforementioned skills in the long run. So I'm gonna buy out on this one and save that remaining knowledge point for the time being until I get a bit more of an idea of what's necessary and what the game expects of me. That said, time for a quick bio break. Be back in like a minute or two. Okay, and there we are back again. Can I just say this doesn't look like a fish storage warehouse so much to me. Might just be freaking out here, but nah, we're on the right track. See, and even in like I don't know what to call this without sounding too denigrating or plebeian or what have you, but we got the weird little ripple effect going on in our peripheral vision in normal mortal detective person mode, which I guess is our cue to switch to the mind's eye and see if we can pick up on anything paranormal, supernatural, or whatever your preferred term may be. So it's starting to look a lot like we're not quite done with this place just yet. See, I knew it. That distortion effect gets worse the closer we get to this poster thingy. But then where do we go from here? I mean, last time I was in a comparable situation. A wall just dissolved while I was looking at it. But no such luck here. What does that even say? Blackwood, marsh, fish, canning, factory. Do we know anything about a canning factory? No, I'm thinking too far ahead. This place doesn't even have the icon thingy that says we've picked up the any significant clues, let alone all of them. Let me try and go ahead and take a picture, see if that does anything. Nope, not really. But still, I'm getting a strong sense that we're on the right track here. Wait, hang on, what's going on here? There's our funky little marker thing. I told you the wall would just give way. And I demand props for that.
I have questions.
You have questions? No, I have questions, buddy. I have questions. But that just unlocks another Mind Palace thingy. Hey, Emma. Good to have you. Thanks for joining. Not gonna lie, I think I could do with a bit of backup right here. So there's a secret chamber in the warehouse, and meanwhile EOD is giving away fish. Let's try and couple those together. Which doesn't work. That's a shame. So I'm guessing there's still more to be found out. And indeed, the map marker indicates that there's still more work to be done here. Hey, you know what, Emma? Either way, I appreciate the input. Let's try and see if we can bounce ideas off each other, maybe. Okay, so it seems like there's some sort of dungeon situation going on here. But that's about as much as this particular room will yield. So I hate to say it, but we're still in the dark for now. That said, I'm pretty confident I've exhausted the basement. So let's go ahead and give the upper floor another try, shall we? Nah, we've been over this. They really do expect you to comb over every last damn inch, don't they? Emma, not gonna lie, that's actually a pretty damn good question right about now. I don't even know how to give you like a quick recap at this moment. Let's have another look at the casebook. I'm starting to think we might be in the wrong place after all. Because there's an old and slimy key from the EOD fish storage. And if that's where we're at, and if that's the key we use to unlock this place, why would there even still be an icon attached to it? Meanwhile, there's this other clue. Anna, a representative of EEO from the fish market, asked me to investigate a robbery of the fish storage in which they store their fish. It is located in the shells, yada yada, which is where we are right now. I will need to tell the guard the passphrase, I serve the sea, to gain entrance. Which is weird. Why would that even have that little weird icon thingy attached to that? When that's the place where we're at. So what happens if I pin the evidence correlating to this key? Nah, that's where we're at right now. That's not a lot of help. let's go ahead and talk to Fish Boy outside. There we are. See, now we're getting to it.
I found a hidden room full of shackles and chains downstairs. Looks like some kind of torture chamber. Know anything about it?
What? Stop talking drunk. That can't be true. I know this place top to bottom.
Now, Daryl, you know I'm a detective. And if you're lying, I'm going to find out one way or another.
I've got nothing to do with it, I swear, Mr. Reed. Go ask Anna. She's responsible for renting the place. I know nothing about this.
Okay. I'll talk to Anna. We'll see if your story holds up. See ya.
May the sea protect you.
Finally. I mean, it's a little bit anticlimactic, but at least we're making some headway. And here's what's bothering me. See, other places I combed over, like 3 or 4 times over even, at least they would have the good goddamn decency to let me know if I uncovered either key evidence or all of the evidence. But for now, just purely going by the graphical representation, it seems like there's still business to be done here. But on the upside, we were just explicitly told to go and talk to Anna again. Yeah, so let's go ahead and try and make our way back to the fish market. Doesn't seem to be a fast travel point anywhere nearby, with the exception of maybe Salvation Northern Harbor. Now, I'd like to believe there's one closer by, but for the time being, let's try and make our way there. Where's our boat exactly? Okay, so make a 180 and then turn left. See, now this is starting to look a bit more like it. One of my earlier complaints with this game is how all the citizens of Oakland just seem to be going about their natural business. And I don't know if this is a matter of me visiting certain places or progressing through the story, but, you know, them just barricading the shit out of everything gives me the sense that they're at least a bit more aware of all the madness and threatening bullshit that's going on around here. Did I mess up? Nope, there is a fast travel point right here. And we want to be seeing Anna in the fish market, so yeah. Let's go ahead and use this phone booth. Get there right quick. Hearing a lot of hostile noises, but they don't seem to be aimed at me. So where's Anna at again? Took a wrong turn, didn't I?
Your vote is your choice. Choose wisely. Vote for Oakmont.
Wait,
Your
hang
vote
on.
is your choice. Choose wisely.
Nah, this guy seems to
Your vote
be
is your choice.
caught up
Choose
in his
wisely.
own soliloquy, I want to say is the word. But there's Anna.
Fish?
There we
Fresh
have it.
fish?
I've found what looks suspiciously like a dungeon in the basement of your fish storage. Care to explain?
Excuse me? You've found what?
A dungeon. Chains, shackles, and blood. Ring any bells?
I've no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds awful. We only started renting the place a few weeks ago. Goodness. I'm going to have to ask our landlord several uncomfortable questions, it seems. Thanks for the heads up, Charlie.
Nah, you're not getting off that easy. Are you bi? That's the only dialogue option I'm being presented with? Really now? Okay then.
See you later.
Wow. Talk about getting fobbed off. So what else is going on with the casebook then? And yet again, an old and slimy key from the EOD fish storage. So there's the old adage of what am I not seeing here? Hang on, what if just talking to her about this triggers some extra content, should I say, at that particular address? Which could it be kind of, nah, there just seems like a major red herring. I'm pretty sure I'm overlooking something here. You know what? just for diversity's sake, maybe have a look at one of the side cases and see what that yields us. Oh yeah, that's the incense roof business starting to come back to me now. Take a photo. Hill Street and Castle Street. Also, there's more than one location going on there. That seems to be quite a lot of effort, if you ask me. Not what I was looking for. Nah, come on. I can do better than this. Let's have another look at the tutorial, see what these icons mean. Okay, so it looks a lot like the key that's mentioned in our casebook is designated as a use item. Meanwhile, there's a compass mark for the fish storage that we just came from. So I'm kind of starting to doubt that they are the same place. Let's try this again. District would be the Shells on Hawking Lane between Warren and Liberty. The Shells. Hawking. What's it say again? Between Warren and Liberty. Right, that's the place. God damn it, game. Are you gonna really have me go over each and every one location like 3 or 4 times? I mean, I guess if that's the case, it's really pretty much down to my own incompetence, so it wouldn't be the first time I've had to revisit a location. So let's go ahead and try that yet again.
I'm not in the mood, newcomer. If you want to talk, see Anna. She's in charge here.
Emma, which guy you refer to
Cheaper than the rest.
specifically? Do you mean Fish Face? Because I'm pretty sure we've exhausted all our dialogue options there. And there's not even a fast travel point, is there? Oh man. I mean, there kind of is, but it's not gonna bring us like a whole bunch closer. Where is that phone booth, even? Come on, game. Work with you here. At least just a little bit. Right, there we are. Nah, I can't blame you. I really can't blame you, Emma, but the thing is, you know,
The end is nigh.
again,
Waters will swallow the earth.
unlike the last time I played, the last game I played, I want to say, not gonna name any names, that just did a piss poor job of providing you with instructions on how the game actually works. On the other hand, you've got this, which is a detective game through and through. So, while I want to say I could do with a bit more signposting, I think it's called in gaming terms, I'm a bit more forgiving when it comes to yeah, no, I think you get the gist of where I'm going with this. It may not necessarily be like the most user-friendly experience, but I mean, what I was asking for of this game and what I was expecting is more active detective stuff as opposed to Call of Cthulhu. And I got what I asked for, so I guess I just gotta, you know, sit in the bed I made, or what's the saying
Sea
there?
protects.
Yeah, nah. No more dialogue options from this guy, but apparently,
Wow. It pierced a good inch of solid wood like it was nothing.
L.A. Noire, yeah, I did, only for like 10 seconds or so, just because you know, I've got a lot of catching up to do, because for the longest time, I didn't have a decent gaming rig, but I've been hearing good things. I played it for about like 10 minutes, but I'm hearing good things about the story and the facial animations, the dialogue options, the soundtrack in particular. So it's still on my to-do list. Not sure if it's gonna be something I want to be doing live, because I do want to keep it a horror channel for the time being, at least. But yeah, thanks for the reminder. And from what I did hear, the soundtrack is pretty damn awesome. Yeah. So where do you go from here? Oh man, have I got the band for you? So there's like an entire genre dedicated to that sort of thing. Do excuse me. But yeah, no, I can wholeheartedly recommend Boren. Let me try that again. Boren und der Club of Gore, which is apparently a game that consists of a whole lot of former hardcore punk band guys who just someday woke up and said, you know, fuck it, let's play jazz for a change. But of course, with that atmospherical, ominous touch to it. I really prefer the albums Black Earth and Sunset Mission. But there you go. Meanwhile, This whole business is starting to get on my nerves a lot. Because, I mean... So we uncovered the torture dungeon. We've had our main guy make like little quirky grips about his set of torture tools right here. Only the most flavorful seafood, quote unquote. What's going on with this switch box over here then? No interaction button or nothing? It's like the pattern I'm seeing here is I get frustrated and stuck for like an hour or so, maybe more. Then I throw up my hands and I give it another try the next day. And then I get what the game wants me to do within like the first 5 minutes or so, but I'm trying to be a bit less of a pussy about things. I'm not gonna be inspecting these toys all over again. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just inspect these toys all over again. See where that gets us.
Nice work. When I was a kid, I would have gone nuts for this. Well, if it was finished, that is.
So how about these tools then?
This guy must really be into his hobby to have such impressive tools.
So not even the option to rotate and or zoom in. And the hallucinations are starting already. I know, right, Emma, I can't blame you, and if you do find something useful, please do let me know, cause kind of at the end of my wits here, and again, as much as I like to say it, and I don't like people doing the whole backseat gaming thing, I should say, and dropping hints and spoilers, this is one of those situations where I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna forgive myself for not checking that one particular drawer in that 3-story building and just, yeah, give it to me, really. Which is a bit of a weird phrasing, I realize. But yeah, no, I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know, if you do find something useful out there, do let me know, because I don't want things to get stagnated too much. Meanwhile, while we're at it, and while we're all stocked up on ammunition and Molotov cocktails and fucking what have you, let's take a jab at one of these side quests and see what that yields us. So let's make a 180 and get back to the boat. And looks like we're somewhat on the right track, at least. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No, let's make a left here. Are you kidding me? No, I totally appreciate the assistance, but the fish storage place, I really would not know how to be any more thorough than I already have been. Meanwhile, just for shits and or giggles, we've got the side quest space here. Let's see if this does us any good. And let's see if this yields us any useful items or clues. No, I'm inclined to say these fuckers just phase in and out of a tangible form. God damn it. Nah, I want to say this is one of those instances where the game doesn't want you to progress to yes, fuck, they are annoying. Thank you for the backup there. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go ahead and say that infected places and side quest areas are a no-go for now. Because you've just seen me spend like 2 or 3 health packs without as much of a sliver of a shot as actually hurting these bastards. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a no-go for now. Meanwhile, having died and being respawned and being replaced right smack dab in the middle of this fish storage place, that pretty much tells me we're not done here just yet. Which, on one hand, is kind of reassuring. because you know what you're getting into and you know what you're supposed to do. But on the other hand, for some reason, simultaneously, it also manages to be annoying as fuck. Which I guess is an art in and onto itself. Emma asking about the lab flask. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. Alright, fair enough, but I don't explicitly remember visiting a lab of any kind, let alone finding a flask there. But then again, mind you, given the day-long breaks in between sessions as of late, not to mention my consumption habits, no guarantees. I'm just saying, the odds of you reminding me that I was in a lab at some point and I picked up some item or such like 3 days ago, and me simply not remembering, are more than 0%. Let's just leave it at that. Can't carry any more of what? Can we zoom in on this? Yeah, no, see, this is the weird thing. It might not look like a fish storage place, but according to the map, it totally is a fish storage place. So I'm supposed to be looking for a flask now, am I? Now that's where we're at right now. That much I can guarantee. We've got the woodworking tools, we got the half-finished boat toy thingy. That's the ammunition that we can't carry any more of. So, let's try the basement yet again. And I'm going to be severely pissed off if it turns out that this is where we were meant to be all along. I walked over something? Did I though? Did I really?
Thing's dead as a doornail, but I don't see any wounds.
Fuck me, Emma, you're actually right. That is...
So first it ate the fish, and now it's dead. That's troubling.
Many props to you, Emma. I cannot believe it would take that much effort. To get to where we are. Okay, so the lesson that we should take away from this is that this game has a particular hard-on for absolutely minute details.
So first it ate the fish, and now it's dead. That's troubling.
Left, you say? Left from where? Because I'm still getting the weird Ripley effect. I'm seeing squiddy things that aren't supposed to be really real. No, I totally appreciate that, because the Mind Palace, I'm not getting a Mind Palace queue though. That's weird. Hang on, here we go. The EOD is giving away fish, while meanwhile, the fish is poisonous. A large quantity of possibly poisoned fish have been already distributed by the city's poorer citizens. Right on. Compliments to you, Emma, and also, not to sound like an eloquent prick, but I did say I distrusted the fish market from the get-go. And here we are. Because, for some reason, you know, empirically, Lovecraft and sea creatures just don't rhyme. They just don't get along. What does that mean in terms of game mechanics, though? Because the only clues right now is that same Rodnald key versus Anna, a representative of EOD from the fish market, asked me to investigate a robbery of the fish storage in which they store their fish. It is located in the Yada between the Hubba and the I will need to go. Oh yeah, and there's the what's the word? The secret entrance keyword thingy. Password, that's the word I was looking for. That's the password. Emma says I don't want to give too much away, but just stop in the basement for a little bit. Again, some more? I want to say I know this basement more than I do my own frickin' apartment by now. But apparently I do not. Gunpowder? Yeah, it would make sense. I could pick that up by now, because I just spent some. So, more basement stuff going on. Which I guess shouldn't surprise me all that much, because the casebook doesn't give us any new leads on where to go or who to talk to. I think I'm about done here. I mean, fuck's sake, the August Underground series has less torture chambers than this. Still want to say this emblem is like suspiciously highlighted, but nothing more to be made of that. something is trying to guide you somewhere. Like, on one hand, I kind of appreciate the vagueness and not giving things away. But on the other, that pisses me off even more. What does this thing say again? Blackwood Marsh Fish Cannery. Let's go ahead and try and check the map. Is Blackwood like a district or anything? Because I'm not that familiar with the map just yet. Maybe it's a road as opposed to an entire district. There's Baker Street, which fucking Jerry Rafferty dedicated an entire song to. But that's not gonna be much of help. Follow the squid looking things, you say. Like, I appreciate the help, but at the same time, that pisses me off, because I'm being led to believe that the floaty squid thingies are yet another hallucinatory apparition, which I just want to smack a shovel at. But given how funky this room looks right about now, you may very well be onto something. So is this another laudanum bottle?
It's a fancy looking bottle. Looks like it was taken from a lab somewhere. And there's some kind of powder left on the bottom. I better not touch it. It could be dangerous.
Ah, and there's our My Palace clue then. A secret chamber in the warehouse matched to a lab flask. Those quite rhyme, but meanwhile, I found what seems to be some sort of holding pen, or even possibly a torture chamber in the EOD warehouse. No, nah, we're way out of view. And then there's the lab flask itself. Ah, that's our reconstruction time rift thingy, whatever you want to call it.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this. Just a little bit more. Oh, no.
So I'm guessing this would be our first clue, whereas this is where a guy get anxious about getting caught. Meanwhile, in the basement, but yeah, again, thanks for the heads up, Emma, because as much as I like to figure things out for myself in this particular case, I really don't feel like the game was doing a decent job at pointing out where to go.
Pests. Meditate them.
Okay, so there's more than 3 of these triggers involved in this instance.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Right, so just to be on the safe side of things, I want to say quick bio break and I'll see you all back in like a minute or two. Bless me. Oh. It's like on one hand, no, three hands. Yeah. On one hand, I want to feel another. I'm feeling another sneeze coming on. Is what I wanted to say. Second, Emma, I do appreciate the heads up. Thank you. But three, that does not bode very well for the game. Unless the backtracking that is to be done is like explained through the narrative or somehow makes it worthwhile, but so as to not get ahead of things. I'm not hearing that specific Innsmouther inflection. So I want to say go back up. Something's the beginning where they came in.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
Nah, I stand corrected. That sounds very Innsmouthy, mouthy, smoothie. After all. Meanwhile, in le basement.
Just a little bit more.
Well, that sounds nauseous enough. Maybe try and keep that in mind as the origin point of things.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Nah, that would be this guy, then this one.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
This all seems kind of disparate, I want to say. Let's try it again.
Just a little bit more.
A little bit more of what? Seems to be doing something with the fish catch.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Right, that makes sense. Something went awry. No one to be caught. Then there's something about thievery. Could have sworn there was something going on this upper floor.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
Nah, that's where things escalate.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Nah, so I'm still not entirely sure what's going on here, but
Just a little bit more. Oh no. I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
something went wrong. Through some guy. For whatever reason. Then someone caught a whiff of it.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
That's a pretty serious slip-up on the job. Two weren't being hunted down with a harpoon. But here we are. And then this will be the last sequence.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
And it's actually not. Huh. Hang on. So this guy sort of looks and sounds mouthy, if that's even an actual objective. So does this guy. Hang on, there's that harpoon that we uncovered earlier, which apparently missed the target, or it wouldn't be stuck in there. So, once more.
Just a little bit more. Oh no.
Now what did that crackling noise trigger? Lab flask. The label has been scraped off, and there is some powder residue on the bottom of the flask. That doesn't tell us a whole lot. So, what if these events occurred independently of one another? Something goes wrong. An upstairs guy was planning to sabotage things either way ahead of time.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
Meanwhile, this guy is still anticipating the consequences of whatever went wrong.
Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
And then Harpoon Dude catches up with him. How's
Come
that?
back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Goddamn, it's another failure. Let's try another angle. So MSS is the first one where the fish are being poisoned. Then dropping the box of fish. I want to say, knowing the game universe and like the established literary universe that this is all based upon, the fish are just no good from the get-go. And your iPad has died down. That's a good excuse. No, I really do appreciate the effort. But let's try and let go of that for a bit. Try and come into this without any preconceived notions. What if the harpoon assassination was premeditated, regardless of what went on downstairs? And maybe let's not try to hit ephemeral things upside the head with a shovel for no goddamn reason. Let's try and make that my New Year's resolution.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
Okay, so that's Fish Boy picking up the murder tool. Going down the stairs, well on his way already. You know what? This seems a bit too convenient. I'm gonna say this guy and that guy are the same person. So again, something went awry.
Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Tries to cover his tracks. Nah, I messed up.
Just a little bit more. Oh no.
Nah, that's all on me. Nah, I messed up.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Nah, and it's another failure. I'm kind of starting to hate how this is more a matter of trial and error than logical deduction, but then again, in defense of the game, might just be something I'm overlooking.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
So I want to say Fish Guy went ahead and armed himself, regardless of anything that was going on here. Meanwhile,
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
fuck me, I messed up again, didn't I?
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns
No,
about this.
nope, it's still a question mark. I can still manipulate things on the go.
Just a little bit more. Oh no.
Yeah, there we go. That would be the second event.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
And then we've got Harpoon Boy coming in for the
Come
kill.
back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Oh, are you kidding me right now? Let's try and make it even more coincidental.
Just a little bit more. Oh no.
This guy messed up at more or less the same time. This guy comes in with
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
predetermined motivations. This guy would be lamenting whatever fuck up it is that he made.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
And in comes Harpoon Guy.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Oh, it's another failure. Are you kidding me right now? let's go ahead and skip back a bit yet again. So we've got a predetermined fish face killer on our hands.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them. Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Why is he calling him a thief, though? Is what I want to know. But I'm open to the suggestion that
Just a little bit more.
things just happen to coincide.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
No, I think I'm getting ahead of things. It's even more coincidental than that. Fish guy breaks in,
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
takes his armament of choice. Go down. Guy fucks up.
Just a little bit more. I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Jesus Christ. I want to say that leaves us with only one option. Again. And this is like getting to be kind of annoying, but again, it's a detective game, after all.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
So, guy comes in being all assassin-y, or what have you. Is this the right guy? Yeah.
Just a little bit more.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Not making a whole lot of sense, but I'm not a mathematical genius or anything, but I want to say that we're pretty much running out of options here.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Jesus. You can hear him opening the flask. Okay, so Emma says you can hear him opening the flask. And the next one saying just a little bit more. Can I hear him opening the flask though? Can I really?
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Okay, that kind of sounds like a uncorking sound-ish sort of thing.
Just a little bit more.
Hang on, then there's the sound of breaking in. Also good, I'm gonna hit myself over the head. And retroactively going all, oh guys, this was so obvious, how could I miss this? So there's our harpoon boy.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
Right on. Because I want to say we're running out of combinations here, people. Really.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
A man broke into the fish stage, poisoned the fish with an unknown substance, then made a noise which alerted the guard, who chased him out.
Fucking finally. Emma, thanks for the heads up, and yeah, that just goes to say where preconceived notions get you, really, cause I was just blindly trusting on the fish being no good from the start. But yeah, that just totally uncovered another Mind Palace clue. So, let's go ahead and inspect these individually for a second. The poisoner mentioned Professor Westerbrook. Then there's a lab flask that I found in EOD warehouse. And I found what seems to be some sort of holding pan, or possibly even a torture chamber in EOD warehouse. Now, we've already brought that up to the fish market woman, so let's try and match the lab flask with the mention of a professor. The man who broke into the EOD fish storage is somehow connected to the university. I need to visit the university. So, the good news is that there is progress. The bad news is I really don't see how that logically all ties together. So that seems a little bit counterintuitive, but I'm just gonna let it slide for now. Alright, so seems that we're all loaded up on items that I want to be carrying for the moment. And I've done so much running about the place in detective mode that I'm not even quite sure where to go from here.
You dig up anything interesting?
I sure did. Turns out our friend here wasn't here to rob the place. He came to poison the fish.
By the sea. Are you sure?
Well, that's what the evidence suggests, anyway.
Okay, this is horrible. Please don't tell Anna it was my fault, or she'll have me quartered.
Wait, before we go on any further, quartered? Is that still a thing?
Anna will quarter you. You're joking about that, right?
Wish I was. Anna, she's ruthless when it comes to punishing the guilty, EOD member or not.
That's unexpected. Huh.
I mean, Emma, you know, I'm not gonna judge, but whatever floats your boat, really. I won't tell her. I mean, I want to say this guy doesn't seem particularly involved.
Don't worry. I won't tell her. You seem like a decent sort, Daryl. I'll make something up.
Thanks, Mr. Reed. Here's a little something to express my gratitude. Take care now. Still, I've done wrong and I deserve to be punished. I'll stay on guard duty for the next month without a day off. You have my word.
All right, you go ahead and do what you gotta do, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty inconsequential to the case at hand.
Can you remind me where I can find the Oakmont University?
You can't miss it. It's the greatest thing Oakmont has to offer, except maybe our famous caramelized eel stew. Give me your map. There you go. But don't forget to first report your findings to Anna.
See ya.
May the sea protect you.
Eel stew. That doesn't sound a whole lot like a endorsement to me. But on the upside of things, we've got another Mind Palace clue. So between the torture chamber and the guard being intimidated by Anna, nah, that doesn't seem... What? Hang on. What's a crisp flavor in the UK? Then again, maybe I should ask what is not a crisp flavor in the UK, because I've been there, and the ungodly concoctions that you people manage to conjure, I'm still not over it. I'm still talking about it to my therapist, actually. So the good news is EOD fish storage. All evidence collected. Where's this university then? That'll be the place. So I just want to find our nearest fast travel spot, which is quite a ways off. You know what? Let's just take the boat and try and get there manually, and maybe, luck willing, we'll manage to uncover a fast travel point along the way.
Burn your eyes.
So I'm kind of disappointed with myself here, because I'm pretending to be one of these people. There we go. That's a fast travel point. What was I saying? I'm not like a hardcore HP Lovecraft fan, but I don't want to be one of these people that are just like confronted with tentacles and be like, oh yeah, that's Lovecraft, that's some fan service right there. No, I've read just quite enough to go beyond the superficialities, if that's even a word. But I'm starting to see a pattern in the game adaptations that I wasn't quite familiar with just yet. I mean, Call of Cthulhu had a bad bitch, for lack of a better word, that just ran the entire island in question. And now it seems like you've got another woman in charge that we need to be wary of. Which, I mean, I'm not... Well, there's some impressive clipping there, Mr. Stairs. That's some magic right there. I take 3 steps back and you're just a muddy hill. and now all of a sudden you're a full-fledged Gilded Staircase. No, but technical glitches aside, I was not expecting dominant women to play such a role in this particular universe. Not that I've got anything against dominant women per se. You know what? I should shut up now. For more reasons than one.
Welcome to the University of Oakmont. How can I help you?
You recognize this bottle? You know where it comes from?
Sorry. We have hundreds of bottles like this in the university.
Fine. I need to know what's in it. Any suggestions?
You need an analysis. Well, I'm sure someone from the Department of Medicine can help there.
I'm looking for Professor Westerbrook. You know where I can find him?
You're the one bringing him the specimen?
Specimen?
Never mind. He's in the Department of Medicine. Let me show you.
You have a good day.
Goodbye, sir.
Yeah, I should shush, shouldn't I? Meanwhile, we've got our proto-hipster going on like 90 years before the fact, but close for maintenance. Now, I want to say there's either a sewage grate or scaffolding that lets us get inside after all. Maybe even climb this rain pipe. No, that's not a thing. Let me just go ahead and whack it out of frustration for not cooperating. That's right, I'm whacking inanimate objects with a shovel now. That's not a rain pipe. And another. I like consistency in my main characters. What else can I say? No, but really no. And there's our guy again. Fuck me. Okay. Casebook time. So, Daryl Grimes asked me to report my findings to Anna at the fish market. Why is there still an icon there? I could have sworn I've done this already. Also, the man who broke into the EOD fish storage is somehow, I should say, connected to the Free University. I need to finish the university, well, fucking duh. And also, a man broke into the fish storage and dosed the fish with an unknown but likely poisonous substance. A guard was alerted by the noise and chased him out. So this may very well just be a lapse in memory, but before I investigate that any further through the city archives, I want to go ahead and try to track back to the fish market Now where's our nearest fast travel point? Pretty close by actually. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. And there's our phone booth right there. Right, so fish market yet again.
Fish? Fresh fish? Take
No,
as
not
much as
you.
need. It won't cost you a penny.
Each of and it is only fair to be afraid. Titanic forces are at work, infinitely greater than ourselves. Unknowable, incomprehensible. There will be sacrifice. There will be loss. There will be darkness. But these are the hallmarks of a pivotal moment in time. And each of us has a part to play.
Which is pretty much Lovecraft literature in a nutshell, but I'm still curious as to why this random guy would feel the need to share.
I guess this city wouldn't be complete without a doomsday prophet.
Let me assure you, I am anything but. I am called Ebernote Blackwood, and this is the place I have chosen to share my message. Please, come to one of my full sermons.
Charles Reed, good to meet you. Blackwood, you're a member of the Grand Family.
I am indeed the last of that line, inheritor of an empty mansion and a severed history.
I'll see you around.
Fresh fish? Take as much.
So the bad news is that
Don't be shy.
particular encounter doesn't seem to add a whole lot to things in the grand scheme of sad things. Now where the actual hell is Anna? I could have sworn this right here was her stand.
Don't be shy. Leave enough for everyone. Fish? Fresh fish?
Ah, there we go.
Take as much as
I've got news about your fish storage problem.
Oh, I'm all ears, Charlie.
It only looked like a robbery. Some guy broke into the storage to poison the fish. Near as I can tell, he succeeded, at least partially. I realize it's a lot to take on faith. Look, I've got a sample of what I think is the poison, though I can't identify it yet.
See, protect us. That's terrible. What kind of man would do such a thing, and why?
I don't know, but I aim to find out.
We need to stop distributing the fish. We have to let everyone know about this. Kay knows how many people might already be affected.
Any theories on who might have done this? Any enemies?
The EOD has a lot of enemies. Wicked people that want to burn this city or drown it in blood. It could be anyone. It could be the police, the Ku Klux Klan, see take them, or even the Throgmortons. We were always a thorn in the side of those apes.
What do you want me to do with the poisoner once I find him?
I'd bring an end to him right there if I were you. The police in court are useless these days.
That wasn't the deal. I'm a detective, not a hitman.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Report to me when you find him. I'll see that the reward will be more than handsome, if you know what I mean.
I'll, see what I can do.
One thing still bothers me. The guard at the storage, Daryl. What was he doing at the time?
I'm not sure I wanna rat that guy out just yet. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the
Guard was
doubt here.
vigilant. He fought bravely, but the poisoner knocked him out. You ask me, he deserves a raise.
Good old dependable Daryl. I hope he's okay. I'll see he gets his due. Goodbye, Charlie.
Now, refresh my memory. Where's the university here?
I know it very well. Here, give me your map and I'll show you.
You were a student there, I take it.
Yes, that's right. Earned my degree there a while ago. Are you surprised?
I just wasn't expecting to see a college graduate working here is all. I never had the opportunity myself. Could say I'm a bit jealous.
You'll find that here in Oakmont, a woman can achieve much more than on the mainland. Our university has always accepted women with open arms.
See you later.
Hey Emma, good to have you again. Was starting to be a bit worried there. Let's go ahead and have another look at the case book. So there's the lab flask. The label has been scraped off and there is some powder residue on the bottom of the flask. And obviously the game wants me to head to the university because the man who broke into the EOD fish storage is somehow connected to the university. I need to visit the university. Couldn't be any more blatant if you tried, game. So the question is, where is said university? Department of Medicine. It's not quite the same thing. So let me go ahead and point the university on the map. And then head to our nearest fast travel spot. No, wait. What did I just say? Why would I want to be heading towards the boat when there's a fast travel phone booth right around here? And this is where we want to be.
Wendell sent you to deliver me the books, right?
No. You must have me confused with someone else.
Oh, excuse me. I'm just worried for the fate of these tomes. It's been a week without news from Wendell. Maybe you can help me. I'd reward you, of course.
Well, I mean, for one thing, maybe put up an umbrella or something. I don't know. But really, I can't be asked right now.
Preoccupied with other matters at the moment. Maybe I'll have time in the future.
Oh, yes. Of course.
This is the same guy from before.
Something I can help you with, sir?
Oh, that's right. Don't go ahead and act like you don't know me, you little prick. I'm just about tempted to smack you around the head with my shovel for being a little proto hipster cockroach. Close for maintenance. Nah, see, I refuse to believe there's not a way around this place. And we've had our experience with rain pipes and the scalability thereof. So why not go ahead and let's make a little detour. Looks to be pretty solidly closed off from what I can see. Think of my resolutions, you say, Emma. I want to say smoke less, go swimming more often, visit my grandma. I mean, I've got a handful, but I'm not entirely sure how those relate to the game on hand. If and when I do manage to execute any of them at all, it is. So, a turnip, even. Now I'm being relegated to an subterranean vegetable. So there's the flask. And the fish burglar guy who is somehow connected to the university. I need to visit the university. Well, yeah. Hang the fuck on. Are you trying to tell me that Mr. Proto-hipster here is the fish burglar?
Something I can help you with, sir?
Well, I mean, I want to smack you upside the head with a shovel. About just out of general principle, but no. Emma is providing you with your lucky day right there, sir. Close for maintenance. Wait, hang the fuck on. Emma, are you trying to tell me that I should be hitting him upside the head with a shovel? Is that what you're getting at? Because, I mean, my fingers are itching, but it doesn't seem to be very relevant to the story at hand. Let's try and talk to these university peeps instead. Hang on, you offered me work? Did he? Who is this guy?
You said something about a job. Remind me what the deal was.
Oh yes, we have a problem. 3 very
Oh, yeah, that
important
guy.
books have gone missing. Will you please help us find them?
No, guy, don't be fucking turning this into World of Warcraft where I have to find X amount of items Z before you let me into somewhere. No, I refuse to go along with this.
I'm preoccupied with other matters at the moment. Maybe I'll have time in the future.
Oh yes, of course.
Again. Eyes on the main case. Warcraft? Really? I mean, I can see the appeal. But at the end of the day, I played it through for a few months, I'm not gonna lie, but it just got so repetitious, I think is the word, that, no. I mean, I kind of like the whole Teddy Ruxpin aesthetic, if that rings any bells with you, but at the end of the day, just, nah. It's a bunch of cartoony atmosphere at first, and then it like devolved. It devolves into an advanced slot machine, and I'm not about that life. Were you about 12? Well, thanks for making me feel old. Anyway. Casebook time, again, I want to say. So we got the flask, and just purely judging by this icon right here, we're supposed to ask people about it. I don't know. Besides Mr. Proto Hipster right there. And we've got Within the University, which, you know, way ahead of you. So, how does one make out someone who might be involved with flasks in the general vicinity? Go back to Anna. Yeah, you know, I did, ages ago, and this is what she put me towards, I'm afraid. No, I'm just deviating further and further from the map. I kind of want to say, even though this is not a full-fledged icon on the map, I want to go ahead and say this yellowish tinge around the fountain is a bit of a giveaway. Hey, and Emma, I mean, no offense taken, fish gotta eat as much as anyone else, right? Except maybe in this game, but I guess that's beside the point. No, I don't feel quite ready to go along with this schemes. This guy's schemes just yet. You know what? Fuck it. Let's see what he has to say. And maybe they'll grant us access to the library.
You said something
After
about a
all.
job. Remind me what the deal was.
Oh, yes, we have a problem. 3 very important books have gone missing. Will you please help us find them?
Why not? What can I do?
Oh, marvelous. Let's get acquainted then. Samuel Hopes, honorary member of Altera Par's book club.
Charles Reed, Private Eye.
Good, good. Listen, we're missing 3 rare books. One was taken for restoration while the other 2 were being studied. I asked Wendell to contact all parties, but he's gone quiet. Here's our records. Please, retrieve the tomes. They're so very valuable.
Why are they so valuable?
They're the 3rd, 7th, and 9th tomes written by the humble servant. The collection of all 11 books is our most prized possession. The author's real name is a mystery, but we know that he was an Oakmonter for sure.
Okay, I'm on it. Bye.
So just as I feared, it doesn't seem to partake to the main case. Still, good to know, but I'm not quite ready to delve into that right now. So yeah, back to the main case. On the one hand, we're talking about a powder residue on the bottom of the flask versus it being somehow connected to the university. Let me go ahead and check out the archives, because I'm kind of intrigued about the powder residue right about now. So there's City Hall, the library, intermittent hiccups, which are not an in-game feature, let me assure you. That's the newspaper place, police department, and the hospital. Yeah, no. Just for shits and giggles, let's try and check out the Department of Medicine first, before we go any further. Guys, you know, between this, fuck me. between this sudden hiccuping bout and how late it's getting in my parts, I think this might very well be a good time to round things up for tonight. Again, for anyone watching, do excuse me. Have a good night, and I hope to see you around next session. Take care now, have a good one, and bye for now.